Hey, hey, what's going on, guys? Goose here, man, and coming back at your video, and we're gonna go over the LSU Ole Miss game as LSU wins 45-20 as they got down 17-3, and then they outscored Ole Miss 42-3 to end the football game. So a lot of things to go over. Game didn't really start off very well for LSU. As Ole Miss, they had their offense clicking. They had their offense really clicking in the first quarter as they led 14-3 after one quarter, and they actually led 17-3 at one point in this football game. Then LSU came back and tied it at 17. Ole Miss went ahead at halftime 20-17, and then LSU outscored them by 28-0 in the second half. So a lot of positives for LSU. They didn't quit. They kept going at it. And they beat a very good football team. The Ole Miss was ranked number 7 in the country. They were undefeated. And Ole Miss is a good football team. LSU should be proud of what they did and how they fought in this game and how they didn't give up. And they came back and they really beat the brakes off this Ole Miss football team. This game wasn't even close after Ole Miss got up 17-3. So hats off to Matt House, and Mike Denbrock for the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator for LSU, and of course Brian Kelly. They just did a phenomenal job in-game coaching, adjustments, and that's the reason why they won this football game, because LSU made adjustments and they started to slow down the Ole Miss offense, and our offense got on track. We ran the ball well. Williams ran the ball well. Daniels, of course, ran the ball well. As Daniels had 121 yards on the ground, and Josh Williams had 76, and Goodwin came in with 55. Armani Goodwin came back. Good to see him back in the game, because Armani Goodwin was our best running back before he got hurt a few weeks ago, and I think that was against Mexico State. I believe he got hurt in. So it was good to see him back, because he had hurt his hamstring. So look, the defense did what they had to do. Had a turnover. Had a big interception in the end zone. It was 24-20, and Ole Miss got rushed. Dart got rushed, threw a bad pass, and Fouché intercepted the ball in the end zone. LSU went down, got a touchdown, and then it was 31-20. And then at that point, the game was pretty much over. I mean, LSU was really dictating the pace of the football game at that point. And LSU is now 6-2. On the season, and from when the season started, when they lost to Florida State, it was you looked at the schedule and you saw who they had to play. You had to play at Auburn, at Florida. You had to play Tennessee, and you had to play Ole Miss coming up. You had those 4 games coming up. LSU went 3-1 in those contests. They beat Auburn, they beat Florida, they lost to Tennessee, and they beat Ole Miss. They went 3-1 in that 4-game stretch. And that was ideal. That was ideal. I mean, if you come into the season, you told me they would go 3-1 in that stretch, no matter who they beat, I'd have been happy. And LSU 6-2. Now they got Alabama coming up after a bye week. That's gonna be a tough game in Baton Rouge. So then they close out with Arkansas, UAB, and Texas A&M. Can they win 3 out of the next 4? They go 9-3. That'd be phenomenal. I thought they'd win 7-8 games coming into the season. I didn't think it'd be possible for them to win 9 games, but they have a chance to win 9 football games if they win 3 out of the next 4. So we'll see what happens. Tigers win 45-20 as Jayden Daniels, he didn't really have a good first quarter. He missed some passes in the first quarter, but as the game got along, he got more comfortable in the offense, and he played lights out. Jayden Daniels played lights out. He had 3 rushing touchdowns? Yeah, 3. He had 3 rushing touchdowns and then 2 passing touchdowns. That's 5 touchdowns that he was responsible for. So kudos to Jayden Daniels. I'll see you next time. Go Tigers.